Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, so somebody may be coming through, a situation may be happening, or you're having a conversation with someone and like what they want from you or what they want to give you or what they want to do with you is not resonating with you, but you may feel like in your head about being open about that and being like, that's not really going to work for me, or that's not really resonating with me. It's something about it's like this. Say you have like somebody coming up to you and being like, I really want to go skydiving and I want you to go skydiving with me, and like you do not want to go skydiving. That does not sound like a good time to you. It's not resonating with you. You don't want to do it. And rather than saying, I'm not about that, I'm not trying to skydive with you, you may be like, well, what if I say no and then like I'm not gonna have this person as a friend, or then they're not gonna invite me out? It's like all of these excuses that we may make up. Or I don't know, like somebody could be hitting on you and you're not being open with them and being like, I'm not interested in that, like please don't talk to me like that. Whatever this is, there's like something that it's not working for you, or it's not resonating with you, or you don't want to do it, or you don't really feel you don't feel, somebody may feel very passionately about something or really want to do something or want something from you, and you do not feel that way at all. So it's not mutual, whatever this is that's going on. But for some reason, something is holding you back, where you may feel like, if I am honest about that, then what if this happens? So you want to be checking in and asking yourself, like, am I making decisions based off of fear or lack or missing out? Or am I making decisions because they're in alignment with me and I feel empowered by what I'm doing? So something to check in with yourself. Because yeah, I'm even seeing like somebody asking you a question and you kind of stammering and not maybe giving them a response. And remember, this can be, it may not be a literal translation. There may be something else going on here. This seems like something that's in the midst of happening. We're going somewhere. Things are going somewhere. And it may involve you and another person. Could also just be you in an area of your life. It's almost like you see something happening, but it hasn't fully happened, but you don't feel happy about what's going on. It's like you haven't even gotten to the conclusion and you already want to get off the ride. This is what I'm seeing. You're being guided to pay attention to this. Do not overlook it. There's a need to get organized here. I'm looking at the Emperor pop out upside down. You may have to let go of control within a situation. Because the Emperor upside down is a focus on what's going on short term for you, not long term. It's going to be kind of like the opposite of what the Emperor is. So there's a focus on short term, on what you're doing right now, on how you're feeling right now, decisions that you're making right now, what's going on right now. And it can be kind of easing your grip within a situation where maybe you like to have more control than you do within this situation. Because, like, if the Emperor pops out upright. It's somebody that's very like organized, straight to the point, masterful, really planning and thinking about long term. So like when we reverse it, it's about thinking things in more of like a snapshot of what's happening currently for me right now and what do I want to do about that. You still want to go about thinking about things in a logical way, because that aspect doesn't, it's not released, but it may be a situation where you may not have all of the control that you want to have within this situation, and it's something to adjust to. It seems too like the less well adjusted you are to what's happening, the harder it's going to be to regain your sense of balance. I will say this too, if you continue playing the short game, this may be something that you keep seeing happening over and over again. Because I'm seeing it's like there's stuff that you want and there's a desire for things to be connected with like long term and stability and you feeling like you have control over your life and stuff like that, but you may keep making like short-sighted choices or things that are very like instantaneous or even impulsive. Definitely impulsive. And if you keep making these like short-term moves where there's a focus on instant gratification, or like I'm panicked within this situation, so I'm just gonna like find a way to relieve this immediately rather than thinking about long-term how that's going to affect me, it's gonna keep you just in this cycle over and over and over again. So this is about learning how to heal that response is what I'm seeing. Because you may be in a spot too where like in your life right now you are being encouraged to learn how to be patient and how to allow things to grow into full bloom and to blossom fully, and you can still be in a spot. It reminds me of like the experiment that they do on kids when they're little, where they put a marshmallow in front of them and they like tell all of the kids, you can either eat the marshmallow right now and have it, or if you wait X amount of time and you don't touch the marshmallow, we'll give you another marshmallow. And it can project things about like impulse control and stuff like that. So you have some kids that are like, I see a marshmallow in front of me, I'm gonna eat that thing right now. I'm so excited about this marshmallow. Like 5 minutes from now is not right now, so I'm just gonna have that right now. And then you have other people that are more inclined to be like, I can put that off. I can put off that gratification because I know I'm going to get double the marshmallows and I want double the marshmallows, and that's going to be more important to me. So it feels like this, but a grown-up version of this kind of happening now, where if you can train, because it may not be something that feels natural to you, if you can like train this aspect of like your psyche and your energy and become more disciplined in this way, you're going to be able to have these long-term things. But it's about playing chess, not checkers. Because I'm seeing there are things that you want. See, if you didn't care about this and you were like, what do I want long-term things for? Like, that's not on my agenda at all. Then we wouldn't be having this conversation. But there is a desire for long-term things here. So that's why something needs to change with how things have been going. But yeah, you may really struggle when something takes time. And that may be part of why you could even like sabotage things at times if they take more time than you want them to. More time than you think you want them to. There's a very, very big focus here on developing strong coping skills, strong coping strategies. It's going to be super helpful. I could give you a list. Different coping strategies work for different people. You have to find what works for you. because some things may work for some people and then those same things may not work for another person. So it's all about getting in tune with yourself, getting in touch with yourself, and figuring out what that means for you, what that looks like for you. Because with that, there's a lot of balance as well that's gained through this for you. I'm looking at a focus on Aries and also Cancer here. And Aquarius. It looks to me like this is something that you've realized. Because I'm seeing a lot of work that you've been doing on the emotional end to not allow things that feel very frustrating and inconvenient and even upsetting. And like the fear that comes along with that. I'm seeing there's a lot of work that you've been doing to figure out how to master that internally for you. Which doesn't mean bypassing. It doesn't mean sweeping things under the rug and being like, I don't feel like that. It's about allowing yourself to feel everything that you feel and then not going out and making impulsive choices that then you're like, I was just reacting to my emotions, you know? It's about figuring out how to work with them, how to transmute that energy, and how to find your calm center. So I'm seeing something that you're doing successfully, and I'm seeing a very big focus on healing now. It seems like this has also led you in alignment with what's connected with your purpose too. I'm getting something too about you being in a spot where like you may be opening yourself up to or even making more friends. Or there's more of an opportunity for you to be social now. Yeah. Feeling like you are giving and also getting back to. There's a very big basis here on you feeling super, super grateful for what it is that you do have and being in a space where you feel very generous, and also seeing your relationships reflect that too. So I'm seeing a really wonderful exchange that maybe you had been really searching for before and felt like that was very much lacking. And there may have been a shift in focus that was needed too, like rather than just focusing on the dreadful things and just like the dread in general, you may have really turned things around to look at what you do have rather than what you don't have. And understand that some goals are going to take longer to reach than others, and to figure out a way to kind of sit with all of it in the meantime. So I'm seeing you look very, very centered and grounded. I'm seeing that something could have definitely been extremely upsetting or bothersome to you. Now, this is about investing in what's going to work for you emotionally, spiritually. What helps you ground, what helps you center. Because I'm seeing like there may even be something chronically that's been going on. The Nine of Swords feels very chronic here. Maybe something like repetitive even that's been happening. But I'm seeing that this is like you're overtaking this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing there be success for you that's tied to this. Letting go of control may have been a really big piece of this, a really big part of this. There could have also been things going on for you where there was some sort of issue with authority figures. I'm getting this too with the Emperor. It seems like there was something that you needed to develop within yourself that would also mirror the star. Because the way that the Emperor and the Star are sitting, they're kind of head to head here, and I'm seeing this lead into something that you want that feels like reciprocity to you. Like there is a desire to both to give and also to receive. It's not just to receive, it's not just to give, it's for a sense of equality within that exchange. But there was definitely a power struggle that needed to be, I'm hearing the word relinquished, in order to make this happen. And I'm definitely seeing marked progress that you've been making as well. To go over the signs again, I'm looking at Aries, Cancer, and Aquarius. You may even feel like you're finally getting to a place where things are balancing out for you in a way that you hadn't seen them be before, but it was because you needed to do work, which I'm seeing you've been doing. And that's why the balancing out is happening. Because you feel like you're in your purpose and you feel like you are getting the things that you need because of that, but it took you stepping into this to be able to get to that point where you felt that. Otherwise, you're going to feel like things are misaligned for you. But now that you're sitting in a place where you are connected with your purpose and your alignment, there are other things that naturally fall into place. The mechanics of the workings of it all, like the harmony that's happening. And how that connects you with the other people as well, the other people, the other things that are connected with what you're doing. For some of you, there's some sort of creative thing that you're doing. Let's talk about Venus. Venus can be anything that's related to things related to the senses. So it can be comfort, hospitality, it can be fashion, it can be design, anything to do with clothing. Venus, candles, perfumes, baking. Did we say foods? Music. Think about your senses and think about anything that would be appeasing to your senses, and this is what Venus covers. All that and more. So yeah, it looks like there may be a project or a labor of love, if you even want to call it that you've been working on. Something that feels very precious to you, that you've been developing. This would feel kind of like your baby. That has come from your genius. I am hearing the word creative, something creative, and you feel quite happy about that. How about that? The Ten of Cups, your pursuit of happiness. I'm seeing you even following this trail of where your intuition is guiding you. Like that's how you're being led, from the heart space of what is resonating with you, what's vibrating with you. What's in resonance with you. Yeah, I do get this feeling that before you got to this place, there could have been a lot that you were trying to like micromanage or even control, and like feeling so out of control because of that, because like you can't control the universe until you give up all control. And so you could have really been in a space where you were struggling, because it feels again like very much a power struggle that you had been feeling. And I mean, this can be with yourself, this can be with someone in particular. I will say this, if this is a person, this is somebody that like should be somebody respectable, that may have behaved in a way that was not respectable from your point of view, Like, this could be somebody in some sort of like authority or leadership role, or somebody that has like a business or something like that with the Emperor, or they're in charge of things, or they're connected, stuff like that. And they were not behaving in a way that, I don't know, maybe you feel like there was a lack of integrity with the way that this person was behaving, and it could have really set you off because you were like, I feel like I don't have control over this person and this circumstance and all of that, and felt very disoriented because of that. And I'm seeing like this need to let go and focus on self, and that's kind of what turns things around for you, to focus on the things that you do want rather than what you don't want, and also like where you can give and where you can exchange, and focus on those relationships of people where you feel like the way that I show up, like those people also show up in a way that feels equal to me, and focusing on those things within your life. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.